Hi again, this is Joe here with another movie review. And to continue my theme of Oscar winning movies, I'm going to be doing the Oscar winner for 1990, which is Dances with Wolves. And that movie of course stars Kevin Costner, Mary McDonald, Graham Greene, Floyd Red Crow, Mayweather, I believe his last name is. Well, and this is one of the few movies that has gone, over the years. This has been now 24 years. Technically, I think it's 23 years since they had the Academy Awards, because it was for the movie year 1990, but they had the Academy Awards in 1991 for the movie year 1990. And over the years, since then, Dances with Wolves became one of the more quote-unquote controversial picks for Best Picture because it beat out Goodfellas, the Martin Scorsese Mao film. And of course, people say, "Oh, why should they pick a 3-hour film over a, over the years it's become kind of like, in my opinion, a cult classic, which is Goodfellas." And I only took Goodfellas like once, and I didn't really care for it because there's too many F words in it. I'm not complaining about the story, but if you have constant F bombs in the movie, it turns me off. And so of course that's why I never got that film for my movie collection, because of the constant using the F word. But back to Dances with Wolves, that did win the Academy Award for Best Picture. It starred and was directed by, or the movie was directed by a star, Kevin Costner, and it's about a Civil War soldier who, in the very beginning of the film, was about to lose his foot because of an injury, and he decides to, kill himself. Instead of killing himself, he survived, and the Union Army won that, little skirmish with the Confederate Army. So the generals decided to try and save his foot, which of course they did. So that little subplot ends within I think like the first 10 minutes of the film. So and that little subplot ends pretty quick. And then they decided to, they allowed him to keep the horse that he stole, and he could have any choice or assignment he wanted. So he wanted to have the furthest post away from the war, which was ending. I think it was like 1864, so it was less than a year, maybe even a little more than a year, depending on what time it's supposed to be from the war, from the Civil War from ending. And of course, he picks an area where you mostly have Indians, or Indian territory. And of course, when he gets to the fort, which is a pretty long sequence of him getting there, and he finally gets there, he finds out that the fort has been deserted. Fort Sedgwick was deserted, and Kevin Costner decides to stay there and try and figure out what happened to the troops. How come the troops have been abandoned? And of course, it was kind of a funny thing, because he should have known, or at least that fort where Kevin Costner, or that base where Kevin Costner was before he went to this fort, they should have gotten word of something going on in this particular fort, at least a kind of letter or a note saying that they need help. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I don't know why that didn't happen, but then again, I don't like this stuff. I only watch it. So he gets to the fort, and at first he tries to investigate what was going on. And then while he's there, the local Indian tribe, which is the Lakota Sioux tribe, finds out that this particular camp was occupied again. Or the soldier fort was occupied again. So the medicine man, who was played by Graham Greene, was picked by the chief to go and try to see if he can communicate with the soldier, trying to determine why he's there and what's going on. trying to communicate with this guy. So that's what mostly takes place for a pretty good chunk of the middle section of this film. And of course, Kevin Costner of course does, and he does eventually become a part of the tribe. And about approximately 2.5 hours into this film, that's when you finally see the Union troops finally get to the camp. And of course, in the meantime, Kevin Costner falls in love with a white woman who happens to be living with this tribe. Well, she was played by Mary McDonald. Of course, you sci-fi geeks out there, you might recognize her for being in the Battlestar Galactica reboot, playing the president in the Battlestar Galactica reboot that aired on the Sci-Fi Channel. And of course, found out that she was kidnapped when she was a little girl by the tribe, and she was raised by them and everything else. And of course, she eventually becomes Kevin Costner's love interest. And they fell in love, and they actually, spoiler, they actually do get married. But then, of course, fast forward back within about almost 2.5 hours of this movie, that's when you finally see the troops. And Kevin Costner tells them, look, I'm Lieutenant, he identifies himself that he's an Army soldier, and he was assigned here last April. He's been there ever since. Waiting for some kind of relief, and you guys never showed up until now. It says, so the major says, do you have proof of this? I said, yeah, I have it in my orders or in my journal. I keep up with the journal, and it's in my quarters. It's on my bunk in my quarters. So it says, oh, go back and find it. And of course, the guy who was here first lied about it. Big surprise, he lies about it. And when he said, oh, and he finds out if you could be interpreted, so you could go finding where these aliens are and wipe them out, these hostiles. And Kevin Costner says, so look, they're not hostile. No hostiles here. And of course, he says, oh, come on, all aliens are hostile to us. I said, well, they're not. There are no hostiles here. There are no hostile forces. There's no tribe trying to kill us. And of course, the Union Army didn't believe any of that stuff. And of course, Kevin Costner says, the hell with these guys, and he decides to stick with protecting the Indian tribe from the Union Army. But then, of course, they decided to transfer him so they can hang him, so he'll be killed as a traitor. And of course, the Indians find out, or the Sioux tribe finds out about it, and they bust him out from the Union troops, kill whoever was there, and now the guy is, safe. Then Kevin Costner decides to do so. Hey, you guys are going to be in constant hunt from the Union Army. You guys are going to be in constant chase from the Union Army because they're going to be all after you guys. Because they're going to be hurt you through me. Because they're going to come after me. So they're better off leaving. So at the end of the movie, he leaves the tribe with Mary McDonald, and that's how the movie ends. I know I'm going through a fast review of this thing, but I feel that's a very good movie. It is a 3-hour film, so it is pretty long going. But the one thing they do like about this movie is the wolf in the movie, and the reason how they got the title "Dances with Wolves" is because that was the Indian name that the Indians gave to Kevin Costner's character. Because there's one particular scene where there's this wolf that's always watching Kevin Costner all the time, and of course Kevin Costner became friends with this wolf, and Kevin Costner gave the wolf a name. He gave him 2 socks because it looked like he was wearing socks on the front paws, on his 2 front paws. So they call him 2 socks all the time. And there's one particular scene. It was a very cute scene where the wolf comes up to Kevin Costner. He's riding on the horse, and he told the wolf to go home, 2 socks, go home. don't you go home already? Stop coming over all the time. And of course, the wolf starts chasing him and knocks Kevin Costner down. And the alien saw this, and ever since throughout the rest of the movie, they call him Dances with Wolves because they saw him playing with this wolf. But the one thing that got a lot of criticism, not only that Dances with Wolves, like I said, beat out Goodfellas for Best Picture, but also because throughout most of the movie is in subtitles throughout the film. Because I think about at least half the film, at least during the speaking parts with the Sioux tribe, and naturally, of course, they're going to speak in their native language, and naturally, of course, the movie is going to have subtitles for it. So, of course, naturally, people will get annoyed. They don't go to the movie and read. That's the big complaint. They don't have any problem with texting through a movie, but they have a problem of reading subtitles through a film. When I saw this movie and I compared this movie to like I said, once again, Goodfellas, so you can't compare the two films. And I felt that Dances with Wolves was a much better film out of Goodfellas. And the reason why is because, of course, over here, Goodfellas is a mob movie, it's overly violent. And of course, the only really successful mob movie that won for Best Picture was, of course, The Godfather, the first two Godfather films. Any other mob movie that came on after the Godfather films never became successful. When it became successful in the box office, but it never became successful with the Academy, because actually all these mob movies are going to be compared to the Godfather. Because, oh God, here we go again with another Godfather ripoff. So that's why Goodfellas never won, or some of these other films that came on after that. But to have a film like Dances with Wolves beat out, I don't think it was that much of a controversy compared to, let's say, Gandhi being on E.T. I think that's more of a controversy than Dances with Wolves being out Goodfellas. Or Argo, like last year's Oscars, when Argo beat out Zero Dark 30. Because Zero Dark 30 should have won the Academy for Best Picture. And the reason why it didn't win is because of the liberal politics in Hollywood. That's why Zero Dark 30 didn't win last year, just because of that. But with Dances with Wolves, who knows, maybe because of liberal Hollywood, maybe it became a little bit of a better story because it deals with American Indians. And of course, Goodfellas, of course, with the mob movie. Well, that's my review of, Dances with Wolves. Please like my video. Please feel free to comment, and please subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you continue to watch my videos and continue to like them. Thank you for watching.